Greetings everyone, take two. This is actually second video. I'm going to start the 15-minute timer. I am going to go ahead and create a page from within this notebook. So as I said in one of my videos, it's important then when I'm using these pages, because as I'm adding mixed media paint and packaging and stuff like that, it gets fat. And so I'm going to start balancing it out by going in and using some of the back pages until I balance it out. So I'm going to use some of the pages and things that I have been collecting this week. And I woke up sometime this past week with two crayons in my hand, similar to these colors. In fact, it was a lighter blue than this, more like this, right? Like these two colors, or perhaps it was something like this, yes. But then when I was testing these colors, they're not exactly what this shows. So what I did was I searched for different options of this, and so that is going to be possibly the main color combination. Of course, I'm going to contrast it. I got also some washi tape. This is darker than this, but I'm creating contrast. And so let's see, I have this here that I saved because of the word peacemaker, because as a holy angel of the living God, Makisa de Lisbeth, I am a peacemaker. And so let me cut this out. Possibly I may or may not use it, but I just saw it, so I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to cut this and use it for inspiration. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to put it here on my little plate that I have. This one has tape. I'm not huge on this color combination. I love the flag. This was a gift wrapping paper. And so I think out of this, that's all that I'm going to save. All right, I'm going to recycle that. And let me see if I can throw it, or it just goes into the garbage can. Yep. So I was looking for pages that I have already created. And I pulled out some, and from the ones that I pulled out, I have this, and I also have this tissue paper, which looks somewhat, see, this was kind of like the blue. Anyways, and I had a dream, to the best that I can remember, it was a dream, and then I woke up, oh, I'm going to use those colors. So let me start by creating the background, all right, and then we'll see how I make this page. Be inspired. My purpose is to have you get inspired, so that you can learn how to, if you don't already know how to validate your creative side, I want to invite you to know that you can. It's yours. Express it which the best way that you can, but because sometimes people don't understand and don't support, or they don't find the support that they need, excuse me, this is a way of you expressing, privately by yourself in your room, and maybe some people will say what I used to think, right? Like I didn't have a studio, an art studio, but one of the creators in YouTube said your studio is wherever you're creating art. So in my case, I decided to use my dining table and part of my dining room for my art room. I did say in the last video, not this one but the one before, like I've done 8 videos. Actually, I just did 9. This would be my 10th video. In like my 6th or 7th video, I said that because I'm using the dining room as my art room that we always eat in the living room. No, let me correct that. You know, one thing is funny, that when we're creating and we're thinking, oh, do I do this, do I do that, and talking, a lot of times I find that I was saying something that it wasn't what I wanted to say. What I use is the TV dinner that normally is used to eat in the living rooms or wherever it is that you're eating. But TV dinners were created for usually people sitting down while they're watching TV, and usually that is in the living room. So that was an incomplete sentence. We eat using a TV dinner that would usually be used again in the living room, but we have it in the kitchen. And so we eat in the kitchen, and it's all the way I can put it away. And then sometimes when there's more family members, then I have here the washable drop that I can wipe away, but I try to eat in the kitchen. We don't eat anywhere else in the house. That's so that, you know, it's food and drinks, colorful drinks are contained where they could be cleaned. So let me see here. Let me start gluing. So now that I clarified, I'm like, why did I say living room if we don't eat in the living room? We'll drink water in the living room, but that's it. All right, so I'm gonna put glue on everything here. I'm going to take this out because I got some glue on it, and let me clean it. Okay, so what have you created lately? You know, I want to let you know that all 32 of you that you have subscribed to my channel, I appreciate every single one of you equally. Thank you for not only subscribing but watching my videos and for sharing them. If you haven't turned on notifications, you can, because every time that I create a new video, you'll get notified, and then you can watch it at that moment, or when you can and want to unwind, relax, and enjoy, you know, feed your mind with creative, good content, if you ask me. I don't say bad words. I am a peacemaker. Okay, so we are going to use that as a peacemaker. Peacemaker all around. I'm going to do something different. I don't like the color that it was used for this wording, but I can change that by creating a background that I do like. So let me see. Peacemaker. As a peacemaker, I convey peaceful messages. I did a lot of thinking, and I was hesitant also on putting a video last week because the YouTubers, some YouTubers have been facing like bullying. And I, for one, made up my mind that the content creators that I support, where it's by watching their weekly video, giving them comments and thumbs up, when I see anybody saying anything negative about them, anything that does not uplift them, I will not give them my ear. I will not give them my, you know, my attention. I will not. And if I come across it, I will go to the extent of giving them a thumbs down, you know, because you know, we have to be, you know, vigilant of that type of behavior. We have to call it out. Like, you know, I am not going to partake in hurting anybody. if I have a question with one of my creators, I'll ask them directly. And then they usually do questions and answers. If you see, I'm putting glue on top because this will give it a shine. And because this little piece of paper has been going back and forth, it kind of lost its sheen. So there that goes. So I wanted to, there's a YouTuber that has taken and inviting people to they made January a month of you know, calling out and identifying the and standing up and not being victims anymore of that type of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, or in the state of Florida, bullying is a crime. So if cyberbullying happens to anybody in the state of Florida, that person can be held accountable. But it should be that everybody stands up and doesn't support these type of negativity, because, you know, content cost. It costs somebody time, and therefore their time is valuable. And if they or even me decide to share content for you to watch, you know, right now I don't have any ad going. Nobody's paying me for this. So that my time is valuable, and that my talent or whatever I'm putting out and sharing with you has a cost that I'm gifting it right now, because I don't have a monetized channel yet, right? So, you know, in exchange, we should at least give each other respect. Respect is not given. Respect is earned. So there's a difference between having you know, freedom of speech, and then, because if anybody is saying something that you don't agree, you have the freedom to speak up, but respect the person. Respect the person. Don't attack the person. Don't attack their family. Don't make it a you know, a vindictive thing. So, all right. So let me see. That's café con leche. If you ask me, that's coffee with milk. Okay, look at that. I don't know if you noticed, but I was looking at this. I like fashion, and I like creating fashion with different images. And at first I thought, okay, so I'm gonna make this her dress, and maybe I give her a body form with this and using this. But right now, this matches this, and I am thinking. Well, actually, let me go back. When I was looking at this, this looks like a leg rather, a leg with high heels. You know, when I put it upside down like that, it looks like that's her leg, and the other one, well, could be right by his side, because it has that shadow creates like if it was two legs. So I think that I am going to make that her dress right now. Anyways, you know, there's more good people, great people, than there is bad. So let's choose to make the difference, people. Let's protect each other. Let's not harm each other. One thing I have certainty of is whatever people sow, together with it is the harvest. That I know. I have certainty of that. So if you know that you're not uplifting someone with your behavior, then really reconsider, because it's going to come right back to you. And usually a seed brings a lot more than what one planted. Or there's a hair. I don't know why, but well, because I have hair. It's another thing I do. I try to always handle my hair in the bathroom to contain the hair, and making sure that it does not land in the kitchen, and much less in the food. All right, let's see. So you see, this is layers of cardboard, and so the closer I pull this, the more possibilities I have to be able to save that top layer of this. Yay! Mission accomplished. Thank you, Mickey Lisbeth. That's the name of God. So, 15 minutes are over. Should I finish this here? Let's see. Or do I continue? Well, let's do this. I'm going to turn off my alarm. And I'm going to finish coloring with the 2 colors that were my inspiration. So, let's see what I'm going to do. Do I use the crayon? And let's see. Let me use the crayons. And let me do this. So apparently the pink crayon was more pointy, so I got more pink than blue. I haven't checked if this is on the frame, but it's centered. So let me see, let me peek. Oh yeah, all right. So, time flies. Well, actually, the time does not fly. Let me correct that. Time passes, and when one is busy and not paying attention to the clock, it seems to be that it goes faster. Why? Because we are busy. So let me add pink to this coffee. I invite you to become a peacemaker and to build people, help people feel better instead of bringing people down. And so that is my inspirational gift for you today. Now, one thing I wanted to say is, I don't know if you noticed that I want to retrieve the glue down and put the cover. Here's another one. Put the cover, because when I'm using the glue, it splashes out, it spreads out, and by me constantly closing it, I take it back into shape and I prevent it from it drying out. And I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for subscribing. Please give it a thumbs up. If you're able to do comments, because I'm still learning how to do settings, and because I create content that is also good for children. Sometimes that does not allow comments to protect them, and anything to protect the ones that should be protected, then I'm all for it. All right, until next time, thank you so much for joining me, and give yourself a clap also for if you stayed this long. I really appreciate you, and thank you for may I inspire you in any kind of way, and thank you so much. See you next time.